Joining me now is celebrity and royal commentator Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, Meghan Markle has been criticised for laughing when a model tripped during the Balenciaga fashion parade in Paris this week. Yes, she quickly recovered there. Meghan, that is.
Meghan was seen laughing right after a model tripped on the Balenciaga runway. Was it simple nervousness, a stifled mockery, or guilty pleasure? Today, we're going to dissect that moment, the context that wasn't shown, and the rumors that lit the bonfire. Because if a single frame can sink a reputation, imagine what it reveals when we look around the frame. What you don't see in the clip is the preceding murmur. Fashion accounts commented that the atmosphere was tense, that the spotlight was on every breath of the VIP guests, and that any grimace could become a headline. In that atmosphere, Meghan's laughter was the needle that burst the balloon. And what exploded wasn't just a moment. It was a narrative that had been building for weeks.
Joining me now is celebrity and royal commentator Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, Meghan Markle is...
Rumor number one. Meghan was one of the few who laughed. On social media, it's repeatedly said that her reaction stood out because everyone else was stunned. In other words, if someone tripped, the unwritten rule called for a neutral expression, not amusement. Some insiders swear that this poor read of the room is his Achilles heel. But when it comes to reading, the most uncomfortable chapter is still missing. The connector to the past. Bad girl. The term didn't come out of nowhere. It comes back every time a controversial micro-gesture appears. And it resurfaces because there are wounds the public feels were never closed. That internal palace report on staff complaints that was reviewed, filed away, and never published. When there's no document, rumor becomes fuel. Was it laughter or a Freudian slip? Some suggest he wasn't laughing at the stumble, but at a comment whispered in his ear. Others say it was pure reflex, a release of tension. The problem is that the camera froze a frame, and that frame decided for everyone. And when the image decides, intention ceases to matter.
I think she feels inferior to supermodels who are twice her height. We know she's got an issue with her height. It's obvious. The practiced Zoolander walk, where we're not even blinking. We're like nothing's moving except our legs.
The timing was perfect for the scandal. That same week, another video shot from a car in Paris ignited dark theories and comparisons that struck a nerve. For some, the climate was already against her. For others, this showed that she doesn't gauge the symbols around her. Rumor number two, Meghan secured her spot at the show. Tabloids insinuated that she actively sought to be in that high-voltage front row, just as Balenciaga was entering a new era, and everything smelled of a fresh start. Whether it's true or not hardly matters. Perception says she was exactly where she could shine brightest or get burned. And fate chose fire. Those in the front row know that a blink can seem arrogant, a smile can seem mocking, and a shrug of the shoulders, contempt. There are models who train for years to walk without trembling. There are celebrities who learn not to react. The difference in skill is measured in milliseconds, and she paid for every millimeter. The echo that never forgives. Jamgate. Those photos of the packaging tongs held upside down resurfaced the next day as if they were proof of something bigger. Sells lifestyle, but doesn't master the tool. Exaggerated? Maybe. Is it useful for reinforcing the bad girl nickname? Absolutely. When two details fit together, the audience forms a pattern. There are strategists who swear that Meghan would never do something so clumsy on purpose. Others say that even awkwardness works if it puts you at the center of the conversation. In an attention economy, scandal is marketing, until it isn't. And no one knows where that line is crossed until they're already on the other side. Who won from this? Balenciaga got global attention for its debut. The media, clicks, social media, ammunition for both sides. The only real cost was to Meghan's image, because what she did wasn't fashion. It was a moral statement. And moral judgments last longer than a season. What if it's all a celebrity version of the Kuleshov effect? You take a laugh, follow it with a stumble, and the brain connects dots that may not have existed. Even so, the popular verdict doesn't need evidence. It needs a story that sounds credible. And there is no story more credible than the one that confirms what we already think.
As if to be like, hey, funny, right? Somebody got hurt. Somebody got humiliated. And he wouldn't even look at her. He shook his head no, like, we don't do that. We don't do that.
The rumor that no one will let go. Someone on his own team must have stopped him. If you see the photo before it's published, you fix the clip. If you see the raw footage, you contextualize it before it goes viral. Is it a lack of control or excessive confidence? The hallways say not everyone inside raises their hand, and when no one warns you, the internet teaches you the hard way: real damage or a 48-hour storm. Here's the blind spot. If the next public appearance is flawless, silent, charismatic, incontestable, the clip fades away. But if microsignals accumulate, the nickname no longer sounds cruel. It sounds logical. And when a nickname sounds logical, it becomes an identity. The most human hypothesis: nervous laughter. Anyone has ever burst out laughing when they shouldn't have. The difference is that no one is recording you in 4 kelvins. If it was nerves, he paid dearly for it. If it was carelessness too. In both cases, the cost is the same: reputation exposed to the elements. What would a relentless advisor do? 3 steps: absolute neutrality at high-risk events, speak less, do more next week, and a public empathetic gesture that neutralizes the mean. No statement, no victimhood. An impeccable action that forces the public to recalibrate. Because in the end, the only response that wins is a better scene. So, which side are you on? Nervous laughter or cruel laughter? Framing coincidence or a recurring pattern? Perhaps the truth isn't in the clip, but in the question you asked yourself while watching it. And if that question unsettles you, wait until you see what comes next. Because this story didn't end on the runway. It ends when the next camera focuses on her, and this time, no one finds anything to cut out. And if they find it, we'll know that the problem wasn't the clip, but the narrative that many were eager to confirm.